Why isn't your face?
Recording in progress.
Ron, why isn't your face on the screen? I can see your little thumbnail.
Just start the
Why is your
show.
video
Start the
changing
show.
Are you changing clothes?
I'm taking clothes. I'm getting myself together. All right, let's get it. Let's get it.
Running Late Ron. That's what we call him. Change
What's
your
up?
name to Running Late Ron.
Yo, we should market that and get like T-shirts or something. That would be actually a good idea.
Well, you guys
Yeah,
gotta
see,
stay
okay.
on a You guys gotta stay on a nickname, all right? If we're gonna sell merch, because I can't keep you're changing. Look, your F to the Fro to the Roby. You're changing nickname every episode. Well, Ron's staying conservative this time. He just did Ronald Prioleau.
No, I had it as P, but it changed on me. Hold on. Let me change this.
Ronald Prioleau.
Okay, it's not letting
Running
me.
Late Ron.
Right?
You got the feedback froze.
I don't know. Like I
Podcast.
keep sending messages to Teespring. No, change it to F to the Roby. No, change it to Roby Rules or something. Change it to F to the Ron or whatever, or Ron to the. I don't know. I can't keep up with all the nicknames.
Ronnie P. There you go.
Ronnie P. You guys need to stay on one nickname. One nickname sufficient,
It's
right?
not me.
We should get those. We
It's
should
the
get those.
internet. It's not me.
We should get those straight up ish. Those hoodies. You know, fall's gonna be getting a little cooler outside.
Well, you know, we get the little listeners and everything. We get the monetization that can happen. You know. All right. So let's get into the ish. So I want to tell you about my fabulous last 2 days, okay? So, as you know, I did independent film.
Introductions.
What?
I mean, we don't get no introductions. We don't get
Oh, wow.
introductions.
Oh, wow.
Introductions.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, since the one who showed up late is going to tell me how to run the podcast and everything. Okay, so, yeah, all right. So, all right, y'all may be wondering what the hell am I watching or listening to or whatever. All right, this is the Straight Up Ish podcast. I'm your host, the host of the show. I think I am. Maybe Ron is. G-Net, your boy, G-Net. I do, cosplay. I do the acting and stuff. This podcast is not for those who are easily triggered or easily offended, whatever. If that's you, you might as well go on to some cookie cutter podcast who talks about Oprah facts or whatever, stuff like that. You know, or Oprah's book of the week. We don't do that here, all right? We're not offensive, you know, but we do say stuff that's direct, okay? And it's not for kids, all right? Listen to this podcast with headphones if you're at work or at a family function or whatever. Right? Do not play us out loud because we don't want to get you in trouble or anything, you know, for anything that offensive that Matt may say. So
What?
all right, okay. So since Ronnie P wanted to open up his lips and say all that stuff, and we'll let him start the introductions. We'll let him go next. Go ahead.
I'm usually the last, but all right.
No, you wanted to interrupt my story to say, oh, we ain't doing introductions.
I mean, I'm just saying, we started the show.
No,
so
you go ahead.
Good.
I like your picture. Your picture is really clear right now. It's coming in clearer than before, you know. So
iPhone 12, baby, iPhone 12. I had to upgrade.
Boy, here we go, Mr. Tech Wizard. Go ahead.
Right.
You're the Donatello of the group. You're the Donatello.
Good afternoon. No. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good evening. I don't know what time it is in your area, but it's our time right now, right? Ronnie P. I'm on. The next up is Mr. Frobes. That guy right there.
How you gonna introduce? What up, guys?
He's on another level today. I don't know what it is.
Spontaneous.
What up, guys? Your boy Matt, aka Frobes, aka Froby. Welcome back for another episode. Strap in, it's gonna be a good one.
So it's a very special day today on Straight Up Ish Podcast. Like I said, we're here every week and stuff, but I'd be remiss to not mention the female up at the upper left. Okay, she's our first female guest. You know, we're stepping up, baby. Tiffany, I don't know if she had as a nickname, whatever. Tiffany Savage. Tiffany.
I don't know. That does
Like
sound
that.
E to the IFF. What do you prefer, if anything?
Tiffany. I don't really have one. Everybody has
Tiffany.
I get called Claire, I get called Tiffany, I get called many things.
Okay, I got you. All right, Tiffany. Whatever you want to be referred to as. So, tell us a little bit about it. I mean, well, I'll warm you up a little bit. So we have this little home video type of series that I started. All right, I'll take credit for that. That just go around, the camera follows us. We were reality shows before reality shows were a thing. All right, so we just had a camera, just you just turn around, and lenses right in your face, like what the fuck, So, Tiffany's first introduced during the Hershey Park trip, I think it was. We took a trip, we also took a family trip to Hershey Park, and I think I only managed to get the bus rides or whatever because I didn't want to get the camera wet or something. I don't know, some weird thing going on. But so those are the only glimpses we got. But it's a family friend, sister to us all. Tiffany, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, what you're about, tell the people.
I'm a nurse, so that's one. I have 2 kids. I'm just trying to find my niche in life, which there's a bunch, but I'm trying to find which one really works for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like
other friends and
Yeah, we're all trying to make it. We're all trying to make it through life, We're all trying to have our stamp make our mark on this planet, serve our purpose and everything. That's really commendable. So, Ron, is it okay if I talk about my past 2 days? Can I get it?
Yeah, talk about your past 2 days.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Ronnie P. I wanted to share something that I'm happy about, but you, like a hunter who shoots down positive thoughts. Oh, there's one. Boom! You shot me down.
I just held it to the side.
You're that dog. You're that dog that has holding up my positive thoughts by the neck and laughing at me. Yeah, that's you. You're the dog. You're the dog.
I was just giving intros. All I asked was intros.
All right, yeah. So I was Okay, so back to my story. So not yesterday. 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago, as you know, I did a independent film, which is going to be out on Amazon Prime, called Shadows. And I play a cop who finds all these, well, I don't want to give away too much, but I find something horrifying in a car. Okay. And it was at a one of those tavern theaters that are nearby, where you could drink beer while watching a movie and stuff. But it was cool. It was cool to see myself on the big screen. I mean, it was, we were across the way from where they were filming Jungle Cruise and Shang-Chi. All right. We were in theater 6. All right. And I was up there on the screen. And then yesterday, I got a surprise call from casting, and they said, "Hey, I want you to stand in on the Wonder Years, the remake of Wonder Years. They made it with Black people."
Oh, because we're woke now, so
Yeah, you should call them the Woken Years. Anyway, so I was standing. I was standing in for. I don't know if you guys seen that show Psych.
Yeah.
On USA. So I was saying the black dude. Oh God, his first name's Dulé, but I forgot his last name. But
He's the father in the show, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I stood in for him. And, you know, he said, hey, what up? How you doing, man? Cool guy. You know, he didn't really act like, oh, I'm a star, I'm just going to ignore you and everything. No, he was cool, full on convo. But I mean, he talked mostly with the people that had been working for a few days there. I was new on the set, but it was cool. That's, you know, it's getting to a point where it doesn't even faze me if I see a celebrity and stuff. They just seem like regular folk, you know, where else other people would be like, now I do admit, when I was on the set of Memories with Samuel Jackson, I was like, you know, I was like, damn, that's him. So, but yeah, it was a short day. I had a lot of food there. I was very worried because there were a lot of foods that had a generous amount of lactose dairy products. And everybody knows, it's no secret that my body is a very temperamental machine, you know. So I was like, oh my God, there's this Philly cheesesteak that was dripping with queso, and it was so good, you know. I couldn't. It was being offered for free. I couldn't say no.
Can't turn that down.
I ate it whole, and I was worried because I was getting kind of full. Tank was getting kind of full, and I had they said, hey, outside there's an ice cream truck with it was like they have like cereal toppings, which is weird. It was weird, but I had the Oreo Cookie Crisp shake. That was so good. Oh my God, I drove that. I drank that on the way home, and my son was just kind of bubbling a little bit, and I was a little worried. I was like, oh God, because I mean, I know we got the toilet talk episode coming up, but I'm just glad I wasn't on the ground with the razor blades shoving into my gut. You know, I was like, you know, I was very fortunate this weekend. So the last 2 days, but yeah, it was a very eventful. Oh yeah, at the premiere also, I forgot to say, I had nachos with queso. Oh, that thing was dripping with queso. That was a lot of dairy between these past few days, and I was just like thinking, have I made a mistake? Have I made an error in not paying attention to what my body could tolerate? But I was fine. I was good. You know, I'm very happy.
I think I do that like every day. Like my body's like, no, you really shouldn't have this. I'm like, fuck it. Like I'm just gonna do it anyway. I'll deal with the consequences after.
Like fuck it.
Consequences later.
No, I mean I don't want to turn this into a toilet talk episode, but damn, you'd be like on that throne, that porcelain throne. Say, what the fuck was I thinking? Because there are times I'm just glad that no one else is living here, because I would not want to subject them to that type of terror. You know, they just walk in, you know, not knowing what they're in store for.
Oh gosh. Just imagine.
Oh. So how was your guys' weekend? Anybody?
I work, so it's pretty basic, boring.
Now, Tiff, being in the nursing industry, you probably see many accidents or incidents concerning bowel evacuation and stuff. And
yeah, I mean, and some of it comes out of your side, you know.
What? Your side?
Colostomies, yeah. You get
those.
Oh,
I thought they were just coming out. Okay, I thought no. Okay, I got
it will. It will though.
I can't
blow up.
Oh man, I admire your strength for that, because I couldn't do it. I just because I've worked in physical therapy, and there are some people that had those type of things coming in, and I think one of them, it happened in another office at the time, but I think one of them just kind of came out accidentally. I was like, "Ay!" When I heard that story, I was like, "Yikes, yikes." That's but that's yeah. I admire you guys. You know, you guys do a good thing, and it's just not for me. You know, I never liked hospitals ever since I was a kid. I never liked that sort of thing. So
I like weird stuff, so I mean, it's right up my alley.
yeah, that's good. That's good. You look like it's hard in you. I'm like, yeah, I can take it. Little bitch. What do you mean you can't take it?
I remember I was in the operating room one time, like scrubbing in for a surgery I was watching. It was like a colorectal surgery, and I mean the guy was up in like stirrups, and they just had like a bucket like under him, like the table was lifted,
Woo!
and just like a river of just shit just falling down.
A river.
Like a stream. Okay, it was just like falling from like his ass straight down to the bucket. Like I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Nah. But I like these hospital stories. This is interesting.
Oh yeah, I mean, believe me, I applied for a lot of, I don't know why, but a lot of hospital positions. There is like one. I think the availability was in a geriatric wing, and it only took me one tour, and I was like, nah, not for me. I don't know. It's nothing against the industry. It's just not for me. I'm more of the external physiological. Not the internal medicine, all that other stuff. I'm not into that. Like I just can't do it. Physical medicine, fine. You know, I mean, you got a knee replacement or whatever, or bad back. That's fine. I'm good with that.
You have your things, you know. I don't like everything that I come across. I don't like vomit.
Oh no. So this is what happened to me in 3rd grade. So at recess, right? This person was sick, and he just out of nowhere just threw up like, bleh! And then and the smell of vomit gets me. The smell gets me. I was like, bleh, bleh! And I just threw up all over his shoes, all over his little Keds or whatever that you had back then. Like, I remember the color and everything as vividly as I don't even want to talk about that, but it was gross. I can't do vomit. You know, like smells really get me. Certain smells. Speaking of physical therapy, and Matt always laughs at this story. When I was working at one physical therapy spot, you would have people coming in after work. And these people work in construction. These people work or they just been working all day, you know, and you could tell by the amount of perspiration. And so we get to apply, and sometimes they have lumbar pain. So you got to place the heat pack on top of the lumbar pack, on top of their lumbar, on top of their back. And after 15, 30 minutes or so, you take that off, and every stench is just revealed. It's just like all the swamp ass, all the sweat that's been caked up in their skin and everything just starts rising to the surface and stuff, and it's an aroma, you know, and it just hits you in the face, and I was like, whoop! And it was too much, man. It was too much. And I'm not gonna get into specifics of who I was talking to Matt about, but he knows. It was so bad. It was, yeah. I'm sorry, this wasn't meant to gross people out this today.
I literally I've had like patients come. So I was shadowing a podiatrist. I don't know why I would do this, but basically to get more experience for like medical school. So I was shadowing podiatrist is basically like the study of people's feet and like the care and treatment of people's feet. Yeah, I'm not a fan of feet.
Yeah.
So there's one like like 80-year-old lady came in. She hadn't like clipped her toenails in like months. I don't know. They were pretty long. So the doctor's clipping her toenails, and like we're almost done. And then of course the doctor's like, oh, "Okay, man, I need you to like assist me with this one because it's really thick. It's really hard. It's hard to get through." So I'm like, "Okay." So the doctor's like, "Oh, you should probably put on like some glasses or some goggles or something." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. Like I won't need it." We go to clip that last toenail. Literally, this yellowish, brownish, thickish toenail shoots off the lady's foot, like her toe. And no joke, of all places, it hits me right in my eye.
Ew!
Oh,
Ew!
oh man.
I was God.
Oh, it could have went up in the air, could have went to the side, it could have went down here. No, it hits me right in my eye. Literally, I had to like wash my eye out. My eye was like red for the rest of the day.
Ew!
Like,
Oh my God, yo, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it was. So my mistake. So if anyone's in podiatry, just if you're clipping toenails, you should probably wear some goggles or some eye protection or something.
The dude is a podiatrist. You gotta assume whatever he's dealing with is gonna be deal with nasty ass feet.
I know. I want the experience, and I probably.
You got it. You got it. You got it. All right. You don't want to get gloves, man. I would want a full hazmat suit. Okay, dealing with that shit. Like we would have people. See, at least I had an excuse because physical therapy could be anything. But you would have people getting the little stim pads to the ankles or the feet themselves, right between the toes and shit.
Ew.
And some of these people, they got the skin peeling off and shit and everything. It's like some people just like, I don't know. It's such neglect. It's like almost like shit. You might as well cut this thing off because you obviously don't give a shit about it. It's all you got. The nails are just yellow and claw-like raptor feet and everything. You got the skin and little boils and everything near the ankle. I'm like, this is disgusting. So I demanded gloves. I went all the way to the other office and got surgical gloves. I didn't give a shit. Give me something. Give me oven mitts. I don't give a damn. I am not touching that shit with my bare hands. All right. I went like this. I was like this. Oh. I was doing the most, but no, it was gross. They gave us no scrubs. We had to wear like polo shirts. So these are my own personal. This is my own personal apparel. I don't want some dead skin flying off onto my shirt. I gotta eat lunch in this shirt.
Brush it off.
Oh no! I'm not gonna eat my Italian sub while this little remnant of a skin cell or whatever is sitting on my pocket. Oops, I missed one. Ew. No,
the worst is when like I've assisted during some like pap smears. Oh my God, it's Tiffany, you probably know, like, there's some pap smear that's like, do you not wash? I mean, just like, come on. Like, even like the doctor would look back at me and be like, oh my God, just like straight up garbage. Like, just, oh Lord.
I mean, good rule of thumb. If you know you're gonna be like exposing people to your body, whether it be a physical or whatever, make that quick step. Like, either stop home, take a quick shower, or grab a carton of wet wipes and stuff, and just kind of wash the nether regions and stuff, and just do it. Well, is that a good idea? I did that once, man. It felt weird. It was like I put Vicks Vapor Rub in my freaking balls.
Well, depending on the rat.
It was crazy. I was in college, and man, the showers weren't working for some reason. And I was like, shit. So all I had were those little hand sandy wipes that I swiped from the restaurant. The ones they give you after eating ribs or wings or whatever. So I washed the necessary areas. I was like, zip it up. And I was like, woo! It was like a sharp, painful, cool breeze going up, going up my nether regions. It didn't feel that bad, but didn't feel good either. But it was weird. It was a weird feeling, you know. But anyway, yeah, just do a quick wipe around, you know, where you're most likely to sweat and everything, and then go to your appointment. You know, I mean, take consideration the healthcare workers, you know, where they didn't have to wear masks at the time, but back then, you know, you just had your face all exposed and all this stuff. And it's just gross. Come on, man.
People don't think about it like that. They look at it like, oh, well, you do this all the time, so you must see sweatiness. And
yeah, that's the problem. That is the problem. I feel like putting a sign up.
But then you get older people who just don't care or they can't reach it, and
I mean,
you're wiping a lot.
I mean, the old folks, I give a little bit of a pass to because, you know, you don't have some of them don't have the facilities and stuff anymore to do it, and some of them are kind of handicapped. But I'm talking about the majority of patients we had were able-bodied, grown people in their 40s to 50s. Okay, those are the nastiest. And this is plain neglect and not giving a shit, okay? They just go in there, just ready for my appointment, sweat dripping already, and it's a summer, sweat dripping already. And then I'm just thinking, damn, he's got to get that hip heat, doesn't he? God damn it. Sometimes I try to get the other aide to do it. He's like, nah, man, nah, I'm on my break, or I'm about to take my break. Sometimes I would coordinate my break because there was a list of patients coming in. Sometimes I'll coordinate my break, and when I see a certain person coming in, I'm like, oh no. I just like to inform the room, the clinic, that I'm taking my break at this time on the dot. Sometimes that would work, sometimes it wouldn't, because sometimes that patient would change their time. I was like, you asshole. Ever come in later or earlier? Oh shoot. But good times. Yeah, it's fun, the healthcare industry, but those are just sometimes it's just like really
It's a tough job.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. It's very tough. It takes a little bit of a lot of mental and physical strength, you know.
Definitely mental.
I ain't paying this.
Just mental.
Ron, you had a lot to say before, but you ain't saying nothing now.
Nah, I don't work in the healthcare field. You guys are healthcare.
Yeah, but you work in the essential employer type of essential employees category.
Yeah, I get smelly guys and bad hygiene, and then I drop them off at the hospital, and I say, "See ya," and that's it.
But you got criminals too. You got criminals. They supposed to stay.
They just sit in the car. They stink up my car for a few, and I'm like, "Ooh, you gotta go." And you nicely throw you out.
He gives him an extra little shove just for out of spite. Boom.
Yeah, I got like colonoscopy and all that. I don't.
Wait.
I sit there.
What about their colon?
I say y'all go through all that like.
I thought you got a guy in the middle of his colonoscopy. I'm like, how the hell are you getting arrested after?
No, we've had guys like take dumps in the car and stuff like that.
Oh no!
Yeah, but never and bad odors and stuff like that. Like, but we never get like what you.
It's fresh.
Huh?
I said that's the worst odor. Fresh dump in my car. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not the best.
You clean that out? Who cleans that out?
We clean it out. We gotta clean it out. Yeah, we gotta clean it out. But I don't go through what you guys gotta go. You literally gotta be there for like 8 to 12 hours.
Smelling shit.
Yeah, smelling it and stink and all that, and they look at you like, so what you gonna do about it? You know, so I don't have that.
Well, your aides are your biggest help because they're actually the ones who really gotta clean it and get elbow deep in them shits. That's your aide. If you got a good aide, they're gonna make sure your patients are together. Now, if you got a lazy one, you might end up in shit. But for the most part, your aides are your helpers. You respect
What would
them.
you say was your hardest day, and was there shit involved?
Actually, sometimes it's not even bad. Sometimes I'd rather deal with shit versus the mental capacity of some of these people. You get some people who end up being very combative considering they're in a demented state, you know, because dementia, especially with the geriatric patients, you got schizophrenics, right? You get cussed out for random things. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's annoying. So you get different variations. I just got a job as a school nurse, so that's something different.
Oh man.
And it's like preschool to 5th grade. So, you know, on that level, it's more home life, right? Because they cut down social work. So now you got to be like a social worker, a nurse, you know, motherly figure to these kids. So it's kind of a lot. But I'm excited because, you know, you can make a difference in somebody's life, you know, being nice to a kid, changing just their whole demeanor, coming to school, like they know that they got somebody who actually cares about them. You know, it's a different thing. I like geriatric, but it definitely makes life go by too fast. Watching these old people having their lives, their kids, their families, and then this is where I end up. And you don't know how you're going to end up. You don't know if you're going to be crazy, nice old lady, nice mean lady, or mean lady. You just have no idea. So it's a variety. I like it.
I definitely got you. I bet you get a lot of people, like a lot of kids that been in fights and stuff. They say, "Oh, they get the bloody nose," or kids that come in with the fake stomach aches. Hey, I gotta go home. Ow. Yeah.
Well, the good thing is with COVID is you can't just send kids down, right? You know, back in the day, it'd be like, go to the nurse's office. Nope, your teacher has to call. And you get kids who have bad anxiety because they're in foster care and they switched to foster home. So now they're at school and they don't want to be there. So you get a nurse call and it's like, so-and-so doesn't feel good. And you're just like, okay, well, let them eat lunch, see how they feel, give me a call if nothing changes. They go outside perfectly fine. After lunch, a phone call and it's like, I still don't feel good. It's like, you're perfectly fine. You're perfect.
No, I want to go home.
If you don't got a temp, you ain't going anywhere. You're going right back to class. So it's, I don't know. It's different.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, one time I was just like in the nurse's office all day because I had like a huge headache. It was just pounding. Like it was so bad I couldn't even like look up at the lights. And I just like laid in one of the little cots they had because I think my mom was working and stuff, and I guess she couldn't really get off as quickly as she could. But yeah, I was there for a good portion of the day, just laying there in the little room or they had little individual. I don't want to call them stalls, but they had little beds in there with curtains and stuff. I just laid in there like one of the maybe little corpses in there. But I don't know. That's my most memorable memory of being in a nurse's office, other than the usual BS that you say you need a Band-Aid or something. Other than that, it was nothing.
Those little cutout like cots were the best though, because I tried to time it where, okay, if I go to the nurse's office now, by the time I like come out, like school will be over. So if I did have like a stomach ache or something wrong, I said, all right, school's over around 2:00-ish. Let me see if I can get in there around like 1:00, 1:15. And then by the time I come out, the day's over.
Word. It's like tests if you didn't study for it and stuff, or you forgot homework and everything. You know, you don't want that embarrassment. You know, That's always that. Hey, everybody, pass your homework up. I said, and I just sit there. I got nothing to give you. You know, my plan to do it on the bus didn't work out. You know, we're hitting too many bumps. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna even try. To the nurse's office.
Oh, gee, what was the story you told me about? Remember your math test or something like that?
Oh yeah. So here you go. So I had this teacher who was in middle school. He was really funny though. Just picture a guy who's still stuck in the 70s. Is he still stuck in what's that John Travolta movie?
Grease?
No, the disco one.
Oh, Disco Fever. Is it?
Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights, yeah. He's still stuck in Boogie Nights. And he is wearing
Boogie Day over.
he's wearing the suit with the open collar, and the disco pant, not bell bottom pants, and little black gaiters or shoes or whatever. And I mean, he looks like he's ready to go to like Studio 54 or something like. Anyway, so it is Jerry curl haircut. What's a white dude? He's a white dude, by the way. Jerry curl haircut and one of those 70s type mustaches, really thick mustache. And Matt, you had this teacher too.
Yeah, I did.
So he would always say like, "Okay, time for a quiz."
Yeah, he had the weirdest
like that. There's no exaggeration. He always talked like this, like he's his own microphone, like he could literally do the news. But
yeah.
So, and he would always have the overhead projector. Like if kids from the 2000s would be like, "What the hell is this machine?" And it's an overhead projector. So for those who don't know what that is, you basically have this clear sheet of paper that you write. You could use permanent or non-permanent marker on. You put it on this light, which projects upward and illuminates the wall like a screen projector. And whatever you're writing there, you're able to see on the wall. So he made full use of this. Like every teacher had access to it, but this was like his favorite machine to use. And he would always put math problems there, here and there. Anyway, but
dude, quick interruption. We had this one kid go up and you brought the projector screens.
Yeah.
So he would let us go up there and write out like math problems from like homework the night before. So of course, one of like my best friends, he said, "Oh, I'll do the next problem." So he goes up to the projector. He just draws a penis on
I'm dead.
He of course he was kicked out of the class after that.
Well, no doubt. He drew a dick on this overhead projector. That's disrespectful. Come on. Oh my God.
But yeah, go
continue. Shout out to him getting kicked out for that. That's a good
if you go to the bathroom and leave your notebook on the desk, you come back, it'd be like a penis drawing on your notebook.
You gotta put that in your little.
People to this day, if you leave your computer open, they'll put a penis on your computer. Like to this day, 40, 50-year-old people are still doing that. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Kids are bad. I mean, I think I had to do a problem. I didn't draw a dick, but I had to do a problem on the overhead projector, and I felt pretty badass. I was like looking up. I was like, "Well, I'm writing stuff." But anyway, so he would come up with these pop quizzes every day. He would say, "Okay, a little quizzy poo," or no, that was another teacher. I'm sorry. He said quizzy poo. He said, "Oh, we have a quiz today." So me and this other kid, we would always, play, joke around with him and stuff, and I did my little quiz and stuff, and so I wrote my own grade. I put 100% on the top. So I got.
Knowing damn well you failed that.
What?
Knowing damn well you failed that quiz.
No, I got a 70. He gave it back at a 70, and he X'd out the 100%. He wrote narcoid. Oh man, he was funny though. He was funny. I had all sorts of weird teachers, man. I had this one chemistry teacher. He was weird, but mainly because he had a weird accent. So the chemistry teacher. He's like, "All right, everyone, turn on your Bunsen burner." I'm like, "Why are you talking like that, dude?" He had his big nose and stuff. He looked like one of those type of teachers you would see on a Disney Channel show or something. He's like, "All right, everyone turn to page 55. Oh, you can't write this stuff. You really can't. Oh.
No, you had teachers that they would come come to your desk, try to help you with your like homework or some like class problem, and their breath always be stinking, man. They be breathing their breath. God damn.
Yo, getting back to the hygiene, man. I don't know if you had this other math teacher, kind of heavy set and stuff, but I had him before I had this teacher with the disco teacher. And he's a cool guy, but man, when he raised his arms up, his pits were like straight yellow. They weren't just wet. They were yellow and wet. Bro, it's a light blue shirt. How is it yellow? No, it was mustard yellow. Like, bro, what's going on, man? Like, I couldn't concentrate on the lesson. I was just looking at his armpits. I was like, why? Don't put your arms up. Because I was embarrassed for him. I was like, because these kids were ruthless, all right? They would go up and just be like, you know, you need to squeeze out your armpits. You need to squeeze out your sleeves. They're like dripping down his shirt. Oh man, it was just, you just can't. It's crazy. Middle school was crazy.
No, kids are bad, that's why I give it to Tiffany. Like, kids are bad. Like, especially they gotta be worse nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Even like for me in like our technology class, so we were putting together, you know, the typical like birdhouse. And the teacher would be like, oh, I had to step out for a second, guys. Just keep working on your birdhouses. So, you know, we're sawing wood, and then we see like his sandwich sitting there in his desk. So, you know, we just put a little sawdust in his sandwich, you know, stuff like that.
Shit.
Or we put super glue on this chair. So if he sat on his chair, like he'd go stand up and his chair would be glued to his ass. You know, stuff like that. You know, kids are just ruthless, man. So I can imagine, like, I know Tiff just started the job, but I can imagine how kids are nowadays in school.
Well, they're not going to mess with their medical equipment or something. I don't know.
Well, no, not in the nurse's office, because then you probably don't feel too good. But
because you're kind of like, because you're not. I don't think anybody's in there too often enough to like know the layout of the office and then say, hey, let me do a little trick on the nurse there, and I don't know, put a whole bunch of Band-Aids everywhere on the floor. I don't know what kids would do. I don't know what's there to prank with. I mean, everything would be like terrible to do. Like, it's medical equipment.
The door is locked. When we are no one is in the office, the door is locked. Good luck trying to get in there.
All right. See, they have security measures. Like my dad told me, back in the day, they put a thumbtack on their teacher's seat. Damn. Like, why would you do this stuff? And I'm like, why would anybody want to be a teacher, man? It's just insane, you know?
Well, no, the nurse for us, when we'd have to line up and they'd have to like check our hair like for lace. You know, they get the little popsicle stick and they look through your hair like, all right, next. So of course my one friend, the same friend, you know, who likes to draw the penises.
Wait, what?
I don't know how in the cafeteria he got like some Parmesan cheese or something. He like sprinkled it in his hair. So when he got to the nurse and she was checking him for lice, he thought she'd freak out, but everyone knew this guy was a troublemaker. So yeah, just he thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, he's like, this idiot.
Yeah.
I thought he said he showed his penis. I thought that's what you said. Like,
no. I said this guy was known for like I said, if you went to the bathroom, you'd come back, your notebook had like a penis like on it or something like that. You do a math problem on the board. Everyone knew it was gonna come. Well, sorry. Everyone knew like what he was about to do. Sure enough, draw a penis on the board. It was like his trademark.
Stupid.
I think he spent more time in school suspension than he did in class. So.
Oh yeah, we definitely had those troublemakers. I mean, I've been like robbed blind in school before. Like, I don't know, for some reason, like I had all these Marvel cards, right, that we bought like from the comic book store near Kyle's house, and for some reason I just brought them all to school, and I don't know. I had one of those weird looking book bags that opened from the side. I don't know, because I wanted to be cool or something or special. And somehow it was my locker was unlocked or something. I don't know, but someone just robbed all those cards. They were gone. I was like, what? Because it used to see all these empty. You know, have those little plastic slots you put the cards in.
Yeah.
Baseball cards and stuff. They're all empty. I mean, except for the shitty cards. So I guess he left the shitty ones. But I don't know. I just remember that, and also money I was raising for football. When I sold the candy and everything, and again left it in an unlocked locker. I came back, money was gone. So I had to use my paycheck. Good thing I was working at the time. I had to use my paycheck to pay all that money back. It was like over. It had to be a good $200. I was like, shit. Someone up there's got a new Super Nintendo or something, or Sega, due to my hard work. I still think about it. What could have been? What could have funded my football dreams or whatever at the time? Someone's out there playing Sonic Adventure or whatever, using my candy money. Son of a bitch. Anyway. So Matt, like, what's been going on with you lately with your adventures?
Let's see. I got a tattoo. This past weekend.
I wish I took a picture and I could show you. Oh, actually,
yeah,
wait. I gotta. Let's see.
No, you can't really see it.
Well, we don't want you to disrobe. Pull it up. Show the camera.
Garnett drew it, so I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
It was I forgot how long it was. 5-6 hours of pure pain. But yeah, I'm definitely ready for my next one.
He wanted it. He was saying, I'm gonna get this hook by crook. What the hell was it? I'm gonna pull it up. Okay.
Are you trying to pull it up?
Yeah. So here it is. This little.
Yeah, that's it.
Right here. This is the part that's new up here.
And Tiffany was there, so she saw my pain. She saw me crying, was holding my hand there the whole time. So
this little
thank you for that, Tiffany. Thank you for not laughing at me the whole time. I appreciate that, the support.
Not in my nature.
She was laughing on the inside. This little
I told you, man. We all G's got tats. I do. Tiffany, Ronald's next. Ronald and Kyle. We're ready for these guys to get these tattoos, man.
Nah.
Start off small.
I can't do it.
Okay.
I know. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna get it because I see y'all. I remember you guys took that Florida trip and you came back with these fake tattoos. I forgot where you got yours. Kyle put it on his forearm. This little thing on the forearm just floating there. Who puts it on his forearm like there, like that? It's just like floating there. Some little. I mean, if you're gonna get a fake one, go big or go home. All right, don't get this little tiny whiny thing. Unless you're getting it on the neck or something like that. And you gotta put it on when you put something on the large part of your body, you get a large tag or medium size at least. Don't get this little mole or whatever the hell it is. Like, come on, man. Even my first one, like right here. This is my first one. That's my first one. All right. That was just trying out, and that was like considerably painful because I never felt it before. But it was big, and I didn't tell my folks. I'll tell you that. I didn't even bother. I didn't even bother telling my folks. I remember I was thinking about it during high school graduation. I was like, I'm gonna get a tat now. I'm about to be 18. Right? Because I know if the thing with our folks, you just basically just gotta don't ask permission, but just ask for forgiveness later on. Because I remember when I went down to Florida, I picked a day. I scoped out this little shop. I think it was Merrill Boulevard It was kind of perpendicular to University Boulevard, Merrill Road, I think it was called Merrill Road. And I went down, and it looked like the way it looked like I was in Compton or something. It looked weird. It was like it was the hood. Like it was Jacksonville. Jacksonville is not the greatest city, but so I walked down to the shop. I was like, hey, I'd like to get this. You know, how much is it? They like $150. I was like, really? Because I was thinking like $50. You know, you always think it costs less than it actually is, but they always upcharge. But he's like a award-winning tattoo artist, but he did a good job. But I remember that Thanksgiving when I came home, and I just wore a sleeveless shirt. I was like, you know what? Let's just jump in. Let's just let him find out. Let's let him see it. You know, so I was just walking with my arm exposed. Kind of like, hey, can you pass me that thing over there? Can you pass me the mustard? So
tank tops all day.
I think my
tank tops everywhere.
Say that again?
Tank tops everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. So my mom was the first to notice it, and she was like, what is that? I was like, oh, you happen to see that? Okay, it's a tattoo. And she was like, is that fake? I'm like, nope. and I think my grandfolks were there, so I guess my mom couldn't really freak out. But yeah, everybody's like, oh God, like it's the biggest crisis in the world. Oh, what have you done to your skin? What have you done? Ah. So hope you don't plan to get any more. 5 tattoos later. Yeah, that's my last one. But yeah, it gets addictive, you know, especially if you're around people who get them normally. Like I was in a job where like each week somebody was getting a new tattoo. Somebody was getting their 3rd or 4th one or something, but I don't know. It's just something you have to feel like doing. If you don't feel like doing it, then you know, don't do it, you know?
Yes, because it hurts like a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. It's literally, I mean, I know, Ron, you're eager to get one, but I just want to tell you, it feels like a kind of like a sharp blade just being dragged along your skin as they design the drawing for you, as they trace over the drawing.
Not so bad. It's not so bad.
Tiffany's like tougher than all.
Yeah, Tiffany.
Tougher than all of us.
Fort Tough Tiffany.
Tiff, what was your first tattoo?
I got 2 scorpions on my back.
Wait, what? Where?
On my back. I got the tramp stamp.
Yeah, I'm hearing different things. I thought she said 2 scorpions on her butt. I was like, what? I was like, okay, it's like that. Oh.
So Tiff, was your mom mad when she first saw it, or was she just like, all right, whatever?
Like Garnett, I kind of just waited it out because I waited till I was 18 and I could just go in, get everything done. And I waited probably like a week, 2 weeks before I like showed her. And then I just showed her, and I think she wanted to slap me. And I was just like, but it's nice. It's nice. It's not even bad. It looks nice.
That's a great defense. But it's nice. You don't get it. I mean, aren't you proud of the pain I endured to get these? Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't even bad. I didn't realize he was finished. I kind of talked through the whole thing, and he was like, "You're done." I was like, "Already?" And that was it. So it didn't really hurt. The one on my foot, that one, it was a little.
Yeah, I don't know what drives girls to get it on their foot. It's just that I just don't understand that, because it's like.
You wear sandals.
Oh, true. I don't wear sandals, so I can't do it. I don't wear sandals. I'm not in the desert. I don't wear sandals at all. Yeah, the one on my forearm didn't hurt. It was hurt the least. The one that hurt the worst was my spine. That one, I was trying to watch Twitch TV, and trying to be all chill and everything, watching videos and stuff. And I just, after a while, I was just like, nah. I put the phone down. I was like, Just breathing in and out, trying to put my mind in a different place. No, my mind keeps coming back. Oh man. But it looks very good. It looked very good when I saw it. I don't get to see it every day because on my back, but that's for everybody else to look at, admire the work. But for the most part, I want to get tats that I'm able to see myself and look at, But yeah, then I guess then Matt got his, and then I think my mom was like, "Oh, you trying to be like Garnett? What the hell?"
Yeah, and mine are, I mean, and the ones I get, they're big. They're like 5-6 hour sessions.
Yeah.
They're never like little ones. So now literally, my tattoos go from like my elbow pretty much up my arm to my neck. So I just like to torture myself like that, I guess.
I don't know. It's a different time because I see more people with tats now than I would say a few years back. Because you see a lot of people, that are grown now and stuff, and they have tattoos and everything, as opposed to grown-ups we've seen who didn't. And I guess my mom and dad and generations before were against it. So I don't know why, but or maybe because of the dangers and stuff. They got to be the ones that look out for what's dangerous and what's harmful and stuff. But you know what? Like I'm not an idiot. I look at all the risks and everything that like it usually takes me years and years to like decide on what to get and when to get tattoos and stuff. It's not something I say, hey, I'm just gonna get this next week. So hey, Ron, you there? Uh-oh.
He left. He's sleeping.
What? Let me go to the view.
I'm here. I'm making
No,
coffee.
he did not walk away to make another coffee. This guy is crazy. I'm telling you, folks.
I had one chance. I said, let me let y'all talk about the
It wasn't even to go to the bathroom. It was to make himself a coffee.
I needed coffee. I need something.
You have an addiction.
It's gonna be either liquor or coffee. It's like
oh my God, Ron. So. Did we have to talk? We have something else to talk about that night. What's going on?
My bad. So I'm gonna stick to the coffee.
You need your liquor or your coffee? I don't know. Maybe.
Ron, why don't you want a tattoo?
Say it again.
Why don't you want a tattoo?
Oh, it's not that I don't want. I just don't know what I want. I don't know what type of tattoo I would get. So, I've had jokes of like I would get Thug Life on the belly and stuff like that. Yeah. Or some type of cartoon that I might throw on the arm or something, but I don't really know what I would get.
Let's keep it stacked though. You don't want that pain. That's what he's thinking about.
It's not the pain. I don't know what I want. I don't have a clear idea of what I would want.
Like, I can see you in
I'm
that
not gonna do my zodiac sign because it's a crab, so I'm not gonna do a zodiac sign.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, my daughter has like at least 9 letters in her name, so I was like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, so, I thought you were gonna say Yanni already has a tattoo. I'm like, whoa, really, man? Damn.
No. So I don't know. I don't know what I want.
Now, what would happen? You know what? You should make it. I should tell Yanni, the perfect Father's Day gift. Take your Ron to the parlor and get him a Dragon Ball on his shoulder or something.
We'll get a coffee cup.
Coffee cup.
Yeah, you got your coffee and liquor addiction. We need to send you
coffee
to rehab.
Which one you want, fellas?
Send you to rehab. Oh, you know what? Yeah, your birthday's coming up. Hey, that's a perfect birthday gift.
For me?
Yeah, you.
I got like a whole year.
I know. You got a whole year. You got a whole year to decide what you're gonna get.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I know.
That's a good idea. We might have to make some type of arrangements for that one. I don't know if I'd actually do that.
I could draw it out for you. I drew out Matt's his whole design of his arm is practically my drawing. So You'll take a
I know. I was
I
like,
want to get.
during the tattoo, I'm like, God damn, G, you put all this shading and shit in here. Like,
That's right.
damn.
That's right. I
I don't
draw
know.
a
I
real
don't want to
man
be addicted to
tattoo.
like. I don't want to be addicted like the rest of you guys.
You know,
5, 10,
you won't
16
necessarily be
tattoos.
addicted because I know you ain't a fan of pain and stuff. So I don't think you will get addicted. But yeah, you should get something that's anime related. You should definitely get that. Get a Gundam helmet on your shoulder or something. I don't know. Get an entire
I'll think about
Gundam on
that.
your back.
Oh yeah.
Put
I definitely. I don't know about all.
put
I don't
Gundam
know.
life. Put Gundam life on your arm.
Nobody would understand that. You know how many people
What do you
ask
mean
me
nobody
about it?
understand that?
People don't understand
Who
that.
doesn't know that?
There's a lot of people.
There are a lot of people who know anime references.
Yeah, they know anime reference. They don't know. They don't know. So
Gundam is anime.
it's gonna be a waste.
Be a waste. It's for you. It's not for them. They don't have to know. If they say, "Hey, what's Gundam life?" You just explain it to them. It's for you.
It's like having a complex name like a Shaniqua, and then people have to ask you what your name is.
Huh?
It literally is. That's what it's gonna be. Like you're gonna be explaining
Wait.
yourself every day. Like what? What's that? What's that?
How do you equate Gundam with Shaniqua?
Cause so everybody messed up with Shaniqua. Everybody. They always,
Is it me?
you
I
look at
don't
it
get the
you look at it
reference.
on paper and you're like, Shaniqua.
Shaniqua.
Yeah, there you go. Right. And you're like, no, Shaniqua. That doesn't look
I don't
like
get the
Shaniqua.
reference. You know, I'm telling you to put Gundam life. You talking
I'm
about
just
Shaniqua?
saying. I'm saying it's not gonna be. I'll think about it though.
Are you worried about what Shaniqua would think about Gundam life? What? I don't get it.
No. Shaniqua likes Gundam life. Shaniqua likes Gundam life.
Yeah, you should get Gundam life across your shoulder. You know,
Get it across the back.
rep that.
Oh, belly.
Get it across the
belly.
back. All right.
Belly.
Yeah, get it across the back,
Belly.
Ron. You won't even get to
the belly.
the belly.
Belly. Yeah, belly.
Oh,
No. I'm telling you, Ron. I'll tell you the same thing I told Matt. Start small, baby. Start small or medium in a place where it'll hurt the least. You talking about some stomach and everything. Okay. You'll wish you didn't have a stomach.
Nah, that's gonna be real.
You have to be strapped down.
Gundam and life all across the belly.
You'd be like, oh, please, can I have some liquor to dull the pain? Like, nah, I can't have liquor, bruh. Can't have liquor.
well, no, they do have it now. I mean, they do have it where it's like numbing spray, so you can get it numbed up before you do it. But it's not. It's like a rite of passage. I mean, the pain is part of the art.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't put like some punk like, oh, can I get that numbing spray? Like, I've never heard anyone do that before, but they do have the numbing spray.
Besides, I don't think your thing will heal right. As he's doing it. I don't know. The muscles will be too relaxed or something like that. It's some I don't know. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, get something small like the little bitty, itty bitty bitch tattoos y'all got at Florida, the fake ones, little itty bitty. Get something like that first, at least know how it feels. All right, and then you'd be like, oh, that's not so bad. Now I could get Gundam life across my chest.
Nah, it's the belly, bro. You gotta go big. If you're gonna tell me,
Lord,
it's gonna be big.
This dude.
So how many letters is that?
That's
a lot of letters.
That's a lot of
But
letters.
you don't your daughter's name?
That's what I'm saying. I won't do this. I'm entertaining these two over here. These two over here.
No, because I know Ron will say some stuff and then he will end up doing it. I'm like, Ron, I'm telling you, realistically, get a small tattoo on the arm or whatever. Don't get anything across your stomach. Like for your first tattoo, you crazy? That is crazy. You need to watch Ink Masters or something. Or
I watch those shows. Those shows
Nightmares.
are crazy. And then you got the people who mess up and then they got to do it over if they're like, it wasn't the way you wanted it to. And yeah, I'm just not a fan. They're like, oh, can I do your tattoo over? No. you suck. And then somebody else comes in and does it for them. Nope, I am not about that life, sir.
What's that show they do the tattoos for friends or whatever, but they end up being jokes on them, like
right, and they put like a huge dick on them and all that stuff, and
had their friend get a tattoo that said "Open for Business" on their over there.
Yeah. Like that's you know the name, Tim?
I feel like it's like revenge tattoo or something.
Yeah, something like that. And I saw like
I gotta look this up.
Crazy.
Man, I gotta know.
Revenge tattoo. See, Ron, you don't go on that show. Don't go on that show because you don't know what somebody gonna write.
No.
Revenge tattoo? Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. No, go on like Ink Masters or Tattoo Night. No, not Tattoo Nightmares. That's not a good one. Go on one of those shows. Go on one of those shows and get your little tiny starter tat. Not Gundam Life across the stomach. Don't do it. I'm telling you. You're gonna feel like crap.
Do it.
Nah.
Get a tattoo on your face. Do that.
No, not on the face. Somebody wants to get it on their face.
No, I would never have a job if I do that.
Someone wants to get it on their face. Ron's gonna put a teardrop on it.
Oh God.
I don't even like think about the pain anymore. Like I just say, okay, I just want it here. But then like once you're sitting in the chair, you're like, oh damn, like why did I do this to myself? But like going into it, I'm like, yeah, I can get one on my spine. You know, why not? It's just what I want. But yeah, you definitely pay for it when you're sitting there getting it.
No, when you're 3/4 of the way done and he's just like pressing on it like he's coloring a coloring book. And he's just like pressing down. And I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, part of me is like, stop. So
I know you almost like you almost want to like pull away from it. But
yeah, I felt myself pulling away, but I couldn't help it, man. My body was responding. It was all raised up during he gives like these periodical breaks and stuff. And it was all raised up and stuff. It looked like someone just like was jabbing me with a knife and stuff. I'm like, God damn, that hurt. Oh man.
No, towards the end of mine, I usually I'll my body will start shaking for a little bit. Like, yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
I never started shaking, but you started but oh, that's funny. That's so funny.
Got ideas for the show? Got questions for us? Or maybe you want to tell us we suck? Hit us up at straightupishtalk@gmail.com.
So I actually had a question for our guest Tiffany. Just to switch gears. So Tiff, I know you've seen our previous episodes on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of, I guess I'll start with the religion one. What were your views on that episode? Were you in agreement? Were you disagreement? Indifferent? What did you think?
I feel like it was super relatable. I guess from a girl's standpoint, I might have different views in the sense of how I approach certain things, but being like in a class and being the only witness and not pledging to the flag or having to do a different activity because everybody else is doing a holiday activity, so you can't really do it, or going out in service and seeing friends and you're like, oh, hey, yeah, it's my Saturday. This is my Saturday. You definitely feel different, but I always knew from a certain age that it's not what I wanted, but I had to do it because that's what I had to do. So I wanted to celebrate Christmas, coming back from Christmas vacation and not having any extra clothes because you didn't get any Christmas presents. It felt different. It was horrible. But you just knew that's what it was. And your parents would go, but you get presents anytime. And you're like, but how often are you buying presents? You know what I mean? You're a single mom. How often am I going to get a present? Never. So it was it was different, but I understood where you guys were coming from, especially with the Danishes, my friend.
Oh, yeah, those Sara Lee Danishes, girl. Woo!
The Danishes, definitely, yeah. You run around, go outside for a walk, see the little ducks, depending on where you're your convention is.
No, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like I know like it was supposed to be like about religion as a whole and stuff, but my only real experience was with Jehovah's Witness, and that's the only thing I could like give you an accurate account of. And I'm not knocking anybody who really needs it. We were kind of born into it and stuff, so we had very little choice. And I think part of us wanted to please our parents and stuff, but once you're exposed, and you have no choice but to be exposed to other opinions and ideas and everything, and you start to think like, well, why am I doing this? Why do I have to live this way? When when they said that the way they're living is not beneficial, whatever, but it looks, I mean, I still need to live in this world. I can't like just sit in the corner waiting for the sky to turn red and fireballs to come down and stuff. I still have to live in this world. So I have to take account from people who are in the world in order to survive. I mean, it's very tough to like tell somebody, no, just endure this difficulty and stuff. And it's coming. Trust it. It's coming. We don't know when, but it's coming. Meanwhile, you got stuff happening right now. You got to live. You got to raise your own family and stuff. I mean, no one tells you how to do that. They're always prepping you for the end of the world instead of prepping you how to survive here. So once you come out of the truth, you're like, okay, what do I do now? You look like you've just been awakened out of a 20 some odd year old coma, and you're just discovering the world for the first time. So I mean, kudos to you if you took the steps to leave and everything and just chase after your career and do all that other stuff. We had to do the same, learn on our own, learn from trial and error, research, just gaining knowledge, going to college, all that stuff. Gaining knowledge, going to college. I like that. Bars. But yeah, just all that. All that other stuff.
Tattoos either.
I told you, it's a natural talent. But yeah, it's just basically just like someone needs to teach us how to live life also. Not just prepare for an impending doom. And I think it did have its benefits. It did have like a basis of morality, but who's to say Catholicism doesn't have the same thing? Lutheran, Presbyterian, all those other religions, they all have a basis of morality. And it's not all about shaming other religions that are not like your own. You do have the right, I mean, as a free moral agent, you have the right to seek knowledge, to learn about the world you live in. Don't say like, no, don't associate with that person because he may bestow upon you knowledge that we don't teach. And we know it's evil. We know it is. Just trust. It's all like faith-based, but to me, it's kind of like blind faith, I mean, you have faith as far as that the knowledge that you're receiving is helping you. If you feel like something's kind of missing, if a puzzle piece is kind of missing, you're going to naturally explore it out of curiosity. Some people will, some people won't. But that's what we did,
Yeah, no, I was not about to. When they would always have like talks about double life, I would definitely feel like it was me. They're talking about me. Something about this has to do with me because I am here and I don't want to be here. Who wants to get ready at 5 o'clock to be somewhere for like an hour and a half, 2 hours? I just want to be a kid. I just want to go out. I want to do what I want to do, hang out with my friends. But 4 days a week, I have to be somewhere.
Right.
On important days. So, and you can't go to birthday parties. You can't have a birthday party. I didn't have a birthday party till I was like 30. Wow. And it wasn't even like a party. It was just friends, because at this point I don't know. And my birthday is the day before Halloween. So it's like no Halloween parties.
No birthday.
No, and even for my kids, trying to plan a birthday party or figure out Christmas, Thanksgiving, like who comes up with traditions? How do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
It's just not real. So it's a hard thing. And like Christmas presents, like I don't care when you start going Christmas shopping for these things. Like I don't know. I've waited my whole life to do a Christmas thing, and I mess it up every year. Every year. My kid's gonna be 13. I'm like, whatever. Here it is. You might get a present, you might not. You might get it today or the next day.
Well, it's really the act. It's not. I mean, it's not. You don't necessarily have to do it on that day, because we've done Christmas gifts on New Year's Eve one time. You know, I mean, but to like avoid it because for the sake of they tell us to avoid it, just avoid that day, it's ridiculous. Like if you're ready to do it, if you got it all set up, just do it. You know.
Right.
I mean,
yeah. Find your own.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes it's just fun to do. You know, I mean, I don't think you're really. I think you're really put on this earth to find your full potential and enjoy life. You know, don't like get hung up on all these different rules and regulations and say like, oh, you can't do this, can't do that. And if you do that, you're following the devil's way and stuff. What? like so. Yeah. And because you think about it, like the devil is villainized because he displayed free will, free thinking. So who created him and his free thinking? He didn't create it himself. Like, so who told him, like, so basically if you're saying free thinking is the way of the devil, okay, so what was it before the devil? Was free thinking already evil? So in essence, you're saying that free thinking was evil to begin with, so we were infused with evil by God. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what you guys think about it, but
if the goal is to control, you can't have everyone just having free thought, because then there's no way, there's no like basis to. You can't control people that way. It's just gonna be chaos. Mm-hmm. So it's easier to have people follow the same script. Mm-hmm. Don't do this, don't do that. Exactly. But then the danger of that to the individual person is, you know, when you're not in this religion anymore, now you're behind the 8 ball. Now you don't know how to have a birthday party. You don't know how to celebrate certain holidays. You don't know trick-or-treating. Damn, like we never did that. Even in terms of now romantic relationships, you know nothing about sex. You know nothing about biology, just your body in general. So now you're going to be curious to do these things, and now you may do these things with people who you really shouldn't be doing them with. Or you're doing these things because you're just curious and like, hey, I haven't been exposed to it. I naturally am curious, but you're like winging it at the same time because of that lack of exposure that you had previously. So It's like, that's the danger behind it. I feel is that being discouraged to seek out more knowledge, to seek out different ways of thinking, it kind of does put you kind of behind your other classmates in school. And let's not even talk about, you know, in school, you know, criticisms and not wanting people to know that you're a witness and this and that and everything. Mm-hmm. That's a whole other thing that goes into a different conversation. But it's just, you know, the religion, I think, was meant to just control the masses. I think that's really it. And I don't think their goal was, okay, let us prepare you for when you decide to not be a Jehovah's Witness. Their goal is, we want to control you because we want you to be a Jehovah's Witness for life. So it's not where, oh, well, when you're 18, you could decide to just leave. And I don't think that's what their strategy is. I think the strategy is just like, well, hey, these are a certain set of rules that we want you to follow obediently. And if you don't, you know, you're going to go to hell. You're not going to go to life, everlasting life, blah, blah, blah. But that's why I think there's danger behind that.
And while we're on the subject, like how so the prophecy is basically, you know, Armageddon comes down. It rains down on people who haven't been truthful, who haven't been going out in service and all that stuff. And then people live for 1,000 years. Everybody comes back. Everybody has ever lived. Now, I'm not a physics expert, but if you had everyone, full on resurrection, like full on Avengers Endgame, come back through the little rings and everything. Everybody comes back. Don't you think it'd be a little crowded? I mean, the Earth would have to be 2-3 times bigger. Unless that was in the prophecy. I don't know. I didn't read the scripture fully. All living together 1,000 years, and they have 1,000 years to do right, and then they're tested again. What's with all these tests? It's like, what are you preparing them for? You know, it's like preparing to be a doctor or something. You got to take this test, then wait a little bit, then to take this test. What's with all this testing? Why does God need all this testing? If he wants us to be a certain way, make us that way. Right? Don't give us all this free will. Don't give us all this free will and stuff and expect us not to use it. Oh, you better do it the right way. You better make the right choice. You know, I gave you free will, but I'm not going to tell you what you need to do, but it better be right.
But also understanding the condition of your heart, right? So you know if I'm a genuine person or not.
Yeah.
So we all just hang out with all these bad people for 1,000 years knowing the condition of their heart, or am I just going to be like, how's that working?
Yeah.
Because I don't get it. But what I do want to say is, has anybody watched The Village? Like that M. Shyamalan movie?
I did.
Yeah. Doesn't it? It gives me, like, when I watched it, all I thought was like, this feels like Witnesses.
Oh, exactly.
Like,
I told my dad that's what it is.
All nice and neat over there, and then you leave and you're like smack that in the hood or something. You're just like, oh wow, definitely had good vibes, and then reality.
That's exactly what the reference is. Yeah, like you definitely hit the nail on the head. Like that's when they and then the fact that the girl was blind to all what was going on and stuff was a kind of a metaphor that they're basically blinded by ignorance and stuff, and they find out the outside world is not what they described it to be, you know. So, but see, their reasoning was a little more genuine because their reasoning is they just want everybody safe, so they felt the best way to do it was to eliminate it altogether, eliminate the outside world altogether. The thing with the Jehovah's Witnesses, there's a lot of inconsistency, and I took the time to research a little bit, and it's fine when because I think Ronald mentioned that, you got to have some sort of basis and stuff. It's good for a basis of morality. But like I said, every religion has that. But when you start taking a step further, saying you can't do this, you can't take this blood transfusion because people at some party in Babylon drank blood or ate raw meat or whatever. I don't see the correlation. But I lost my train of thought. I think there was one time my dad told me they weren't allowed to use VCRs or DVD. What? And then that changed because, you get a little money, get a little money through contribution. They send out this little tape to send more indoctrinating propaganda.
How do you gonna watch young people ask if you can't use the VCR?
No, they rescinded that rule. They amended that rule. They said, no, we can use VCRs now. It's okay. We found a scripture that talked about VCRs. You couldn't have you can't have goatees for the men. Can't have goatees. Women, your skirts can't go past your knees. Mm-mm.
No tattoos either.
No tats. No. You're desecrating the temple that God has created.
Yeah, but it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But then people are going to talk about you because if you joined after you got your tattoos, you don't know who's really genuine about it. You'll have those who are come off and be like, oh, too bad you got that earlier. But then you'll have those who are just going to say it behind your back. You seen that tattoo? Oh my goodness. It's so
because people are people. All right. I don't care what organization they are a part of. I don't care how nice they seem after the meeting. You're like, oh, hi, Cindy, how you doing? So you see walk away, oh, that heifer, oh man, you see what's on her leg? Shit. People are gonna be people. They're gonna talk about you behind your back. How genuine is that? These are God's people. Remember the story I said about my folks, and they gave that ride to people. But it's like it just opens the door for opportunism for opportunists to capitalize and make themselves feel good by bringing down other people, by policing each other, you know. And you can't have people like that who need to be policing each other, you know, saying like, well, I noticed sister so-and-so, she's a little short, she hasn't been out in service, so I don't know what you want to do about her. You know, people like snitching on people doing this and that. And what does that do for you? Aren't you supposed to be a loving flock? Like I said, snakes in sheep's clothing. That's my personal reference. You know, they'll tell on you. I seen like a couple of I seen a couple of people like they're a little flirtatious with each other. That were married couples, you know, a little flirtatious, you know, because you have these feelings, you know. You can't fake that. You know, you can't be, you know, if you're a married person and, you know, because they don't really encourage I don't know, wowing or sexual fantasies with your partner, because she's mainly there for reproduction. So, you know, those marriages are usually on the rocks, or kind of like, you know, really, I don't know. Some couples, I'm not saying all, but I've seen like some people like checking people out, like, yeah, she's looking kind of good. Aren't you married? Yeah, well, you know, I could look. So people are people, all right? These are not heavenly anointed people. I don't care many times you dunk them in the water and stuff. People are people, okay? Not going to wash everything off. It's just going to wash the dirt that's been in their hair the whole day or something. It doesn't wash your sins, all right? Your sins will still be there. They'll still be there, right? You're still going to have thoughts. People are people. So, Ron, you've been quiet this whole podcast. You said like 3 sentences. Like, I'm up here talking. I need to drink my water. My throat's getting dry and shit.
Yeah, I'm just here listening. You know, I'm taking it all in. I'm absorbing.
I'm not here to listen. You're not the guest.
No, the guest is the one that's supposed to be.
She has been talking. You've been sitting there drinking your coffee. So probably up there getting a second glass. He's up there just to drink coffee.
That's right. And I'm already done with it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like that. What's that? There's some talk show where the guy just sits there with his coffee cup, just laughing. You're like Ed McMahon or something.
Howard Stern. I feel like Howard Stern right now. No, I mean, like I agree with most. I agree with everybody. Like I said, and before I was like, you know, from young to, I'll say like 16 years old, you know, it's kind of cool. It's all right because you get to learn. You get your friends.
You don't have to tell the whole story because, you know, we had the episode, the religious episode, which you guys should check out.
Sorry about that. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Little cliff notes. Give the cliff notes.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's you know, I've given my experience. I like what my likes and my dislikes. You know, I'm listening to you guys. You guys talk, and I like this.
You have a good perspective, Ron, because you know, you said your dad's Baptist and your mom's Jehovah's Witness. Mm-hmm. So like, we didn't have that perspective like growing up, like being in the same household. So you kind of had like, I know you said you're mostly with your mom, but like I think that's like an interesting perspective like to have as well, like what you had growing up.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's so funny. Last night we had like my dad's church had like a game night. So, you know, last night we were all like sitting down there and watching the game night. It was just like,
was the food popping?
No. It was virtual. The virtual one.
What?
But the food was popping because we had shrimp. We had
steaks with queso.
Wings. No, I didn't have the queso. I stayed away from queso this week. I had a salad this week. That salad was tearing me up for 3 days.
Oh, damn. I don't know. A salad?
Yeah, I haven't had greens in a while. I think it's tearing up my stomach.
I can't wait for that episode, man.
You said Way, man.
Talk about salad tore you up.
Yeah, I started it. So I mean,
Oh shit.
so yeah, you do see the difference between one difference and the other. I mean, you don't see with different religion. It's not like a bad mouthing of others. It's like excuse me. It's like basically, okay, yeah, this person doesn't share the same views, but we still love them the same way. Witness is kind of like, hey, we love you unless you get in. We love you, but you better get in here because if you ain't in here, you ain't gonna love you too long, So, it's a different type of vibe. But like I said, I did enjoy it. Like I wouldn't know you guys unless I was in it. So that's the thing that I truly enjoyed. We had some really good times and it was great. I mean, like as far as that goes, I really enjoy like the socialism, social, whatever it's called, of hanging out with you guys and stuff like that. The trips, the ballpark, the Massachusetts, the Peekskill, New York, everything. So those are the things I like. I like the fact that you can have a little culture, because you actually do step out of the box and go somewhere and, get to know somebody. But, as far as like, I gotta wait till 18 to get some. Oh, no, excuse me. I gotta wait till I'm married to get some. It's like, whoa.
No.
And then, you can't get my tag, can't get that, can't go, huh?
It's the 18th. Oh, that's your birthday?
Yeah.
I gotta wait till my birthday, I guess.
Yeah, right. I mean, so and
happy birthday.
so it matter.
Oh shit!
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I don't know.
That's why. That's why I'm like, yo, Ron, let's go out for your birthday. Like, nah, man. I got something going on.
Busy.
Now I know what's going on.
I'm busy. My birthday is always busy.
Yeah, because he's getting busy, son. Because he's getting busy.
Yo,
Hold my calls.
Nah, so what else? Like that was the biggest thing. I mean, I didn't mind the suits and things. That's actually with the class, sometimes people don't have no fashion sense unless they put a suit on. So, at least you know how to put a suit on or something like that, walk out into the world in suits and dresses and stuff like that.
I hated suits before I discovered getting stuff tailor-made. And then I love suits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I had a weird shape, so I'm like big other places and small in other places and big in other places. So it's like I had to get mine tailor made, and it was comfortable. I was able to move and everything and stuff, and sit comfortably. I had room in the certain areas. I mean, it was great. So yeah, that was before I discovered getting stuff tailored. So the suits, suits aren't a big deal. Sorry, I interrupted.
Nah, it's cool. Conversation.
Well, at what time did you say, like, you know what, enough's enough, I'm gonna lead my own life and stuff? Because I know you don't regularly go.
For me?
Yeah, you. Talking to you.
Maybe like 17. Yeah, about 17.
Put your foot down.
About, yeah. Well,
no, mother.
Like officially
not
18.
Go.
Nah, yeah, it was just like, I can't have a girlfriend. What are you talking about? And it's just like, you know what, this ain't gonna work out. Too much. It's too much right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me start to enjoy it. Let me see what life is all about at this point. And I would make several attempts to show up and see how it was. And then little by little, I started to like, you know what, I gotta do me.
Now, did you receive any like pushback from like your mom? I guess this question is for like Tiffany too, but like, did you guys receive any like, your mom like, hey, like, no, like, I think you're making a wrong decision here. Like, you need to keep going to the Kingdom Hall. Like, you don't know what's out there. Like, did you like, was it that type of conversation, or was it just like, okay, cool, like, live your life?
I give it up to Tiff. Tiff, you take the floor.
And afterwards.
I think my mom kind of already knew that I wasn't really gonna go, and then I had a job, so I pretty much lived at work. It was like my real excuse of being like, it's a Tuesday, it's a Thursday, I'm going to work. And granted, I'm not gonna lie, getting my job, I definitely got thrusted into a weird situation of growing. Like, you know, the exposure was just more than I was ever used to. So, but I didn't like fear it. I was just kind of like, as long as I don't dabble with certain things, I should be fine. You know, like so and so does coke. That's not a highlight of mine, but we'll still be cool because it doesn't define her as a person. She's still cool. I can vibe with her, but I don't do that. That's not my thing. You know, so it's just like hanging with people I wasn't technically allowed to hang out with. So now it's like I'm an adult and I can make this decision, and I like how she is as a person, so we're gonna be friends. You know, so it's just like that. But my mom was my mom. You know, it's just like, you want to go today? It's like, nope, going to work, or nope, not today, and just slowly tapered off where it's just like, I'm not going. I don't want to sit there. Or if you do go and you have a car, it's like, I'll meet you there. I'm gonna probably leave at the first song because I don't want to stay for the second half. See everybody and they come up and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen you, and it's just like, okay, gotta go. You know, I just didn't want to be part of it anymore. It's just annoying. And then you see the people out and about, not in their dresses, not in their suits, and who they're hanging out with, and it's just crazy. There's actually this kid who, and you see some of them get baptized so young that you're almost like, you don't even know what's out there, and you're making this commitment, and it's such a big commitment. That's why I never wanted to get baptized. Is my mom is all I have known. You know, I know my dad, but my mom has been my person. So if I make a commitment and fuck it up, then I won't be able to communicate with my mom. You know, so it's just that mindset. But I also have Aaron, who was like the person to always make these like hiccups in life, and then I would just like, okay, I can't move that way, I got to move this way. Or, you know, so I had somebody who was like, I could follow his steps, but it wouldn't benefit me. So I had to make my own steps in order to be looked at a certain way, to not be treated a certain way, if that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. But like, you know, I've seen some people who got baptized and off the rip, I knew they were gay, right? Like, you can't be gay and a witness, but I know you're gay. Like, your whole body just speaks gay, and turns around later on, they're gay. They're just, you know, and it's like, sucks because it's like, your sister's a witness, your brother's a witness. These are all people you will no longer be able to associate with unless they decide to be like, I'm not going to put my kid in that category. You know what I mean? Like, you know, does that make them less of a witness because now at this point they're going to put their kids before this religion? Or, you know, like, you think about it like that. But then there was one who was baptized and he had mental illness, literally jumped off a bus and ran into traffic and got hit by a 16-wheeler. Oof. You know what I mean? But he definitely was somebody who I would look at and be like, he's a goody two-shoe. I can't even pretend to hang out with you because I don't want to have to live a different way or be a certain way. But you already knew that they were dealing with their own demons inside. Like, they have to put this show on 4 days a week. You know, you have to be on your P's and Q's and ready to guide somebody and push your feelings to the side because you're a brother. That's it. Doesn't matter if you're 17, 18, you're a brother, and you have to be ready for some wisdom talks with people. You know, but you're not really experienced life. You haven't been down that road. You don't know what people are really battling with, you know, and you don't know how to really guide people, but you're put in that position too. So I just feel like I knew it wasn't for me. You know, my aunt gave me my first Christmas present when I was younger, and I was like, this is the best feeling. People like this feeling. They like getting Christmas presents. But she was the only one, you know, and I seen it through my family where it's like, I would like to dabble with this lifestyle. There's nothing wrong. Being a witness, doesn't make you a better person. Being Catholic doesn't make you a horrible person. You know, my grandmother's Pentecostal, so I got to see it. But even then, those churches compared to the hall where everybody's like singing, everybody has like a certain way they're carrying themselves while they're singing. Whereas you go to Pentecostal, everybody's jumping, people feeling the ghost or whatever it is, and you're just like, this,
Holy
that's
Spirit.
a little much. That's a little much. I don't know if I'm with that, but you definitely, I don't know. And people got pregnant. You know, you're like, wow, that's a brother's daughter. She's having a baby. Oh my goodness. I feel better about myself, which is pretty shitty, right? Because you're not supposed to feel proud that somebody else fucked up, but you are, because you're like, means I'm doing better, means I'm pretty good. Nobody's in my corner talking to me. Mm-hmm. But that's where it makes you feel like you have a competition going on, and you know, like I'm more reputable right now because I don't have any kids, or I'm not tarnished in a sense. Mm-hmm. It's horrible. It's a horrible way to look at it.
How did it make you feel inside when you like finally said, you know what, I'm not gonna do this anymore? Like, how did, like, what, something, you must have had some sort of conversation internally, be like, you know what, I can't do this, because Ron said the same thing exactly then.
It was a good feeling, but it was a confusing feeling because
mm-hmm.
you're ready for this whole possible new life, but you're unsure because you want to be friends with everybody. You want to kind of, you feel like you have to make up for all the stuff that you feel like you missed, in a sense, mm-hmm. right? You want to be able to jump into certain situations. And I feel like because I was a TV kid a lot, because I couldn't really hang out with my friends, and my brother was already out of the house, you know, so it's like you look at TV shows and you're like, you fantasize about what it is like to have groups of friends like that, or have a boyfriend, and then now you can, and you're just like, I want my ideal TV boyfriend, or I want a relationship like this, because that's the only closeness you have, versus having to go on a date and have like Betty and Patrick with you, and you don't even like either one because they're so Christian. You're just like, I can't even be real. Like, I can't have a real conversation. You're not going to get to know the real me, because I'm not going to know the real me, because I have to put on this facade to make sure they don't go back and tell somebody that we were really holding hands in this first date. Like, you know what I mean? It's just weird. So when I got out, it was just like, yes, but like, oh shit, what do I do? How do I make my first moves? How do I approach people? How do I, you know? And now I tell people, I'm like, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. It doesn't bother me, but I feel like just these past couple of years, I've started to feel better, like, not, because it took me a long time, because I felt ashamed, but I also felt protective over the religion, right? Like, somebody badmouthed them. It's like, well, it's not that serious, you know what I mean? They had, and you know, I just felt, no, it's a little much for some people. It's a little much. So I just kind of put it off to the side. I categorize religion all the same. It's the people, I guess, that can make it or break it, in a sense. If you're going to be a shitty individual, it doesn't matter what religious hat you're wearing, you're just going to be a shitty person. You know, I won't put it on everybody in the Kingdom Hall or whatever, but I just feel like it just makes you out to be, religion in general makes you out to be somebody you're not, because you have to put on this whole other act of a person, you know? So
yeah, that's crazy. Like, it's because I remember, like, when we were younger, we always had to hide the fact that we listened to a certain type of music or whatever, or watch certain TV shows and stuff. Oh, I mean, how are you gonna hide stuff like that from people you're close to? Like, you're gonna pretend to be somebody else to your mother or to your father or sister, whoever. I mean, if anybody should be in your corner, it should be them. And I just didn't like the fact that the religion made you decide between your family or them. Like, these dudes are just sitting up there in Brooklyn or something, making decisions for you, how to run your life and everything. That wasn't cool, you know? So a lot of stuff I just didn't understand at the time until you get the research. And that's what they're afraid of, because they don't want to be found out. You know, that they're doing what they're doing is not what they say they're doing. You know, but anyway, Ron, same question. I don't know. I forgot the question though. Matt, what was the question?
Oh, basically it was basically when you decided to say, hey, you know, I'm done with the Kingdom Hall. It's funny. It actually sounds like we're like we escaped prison, but like, hey, when I finally got out, did you meet any, you know, anything from your mom saying like, hey, no, I think you should keep doing it. You should keep going. It's good for you. Like, don't venture out. Were there any like arguments, conversations? Like, did you feel like, you know, Tiffany said she felt like confused. So you confused, happy, elated, sad, you know, basically like how were you feeling at the time?
Yeah, I'm gonna whoop that ass.
Ron's going.
Sorry, no, I'm here. I had this. There's a lot of background noise that's going on, so I don't want you to think that I'm not here. I'm here. Unless you want to hear more dirt bikes and all that, and four wheelers going across. So I'm trying to make this a clean podcast. So yeah, like, did I meet resistance? Absolutely. Like, you know, my mom is the highest of the high on the JW list. So it was like, what? You ain't what? You ain't what? Nah. Oh, you got to go. You got to get. And it was just like battle. And then after probably my daughter was born, and it was like, all right. And then she still want her to go. So it's like, that's a lot. Like these, you know, it ain't no end to this, you know, and you know, she you know, and then you had the brothers and the sisters trying to get me back and stuff like that. So that was also like the thing. And then it was like, okay, so we'll come this Sunday. And now I'm not coming. Oh, all right. So you can't stay if you don't take me this Sunday. Like, dude, like, all right. So like Tiff was saying, I'll come for like the half and then I'm gone. And then sometimes I was working like her, like every like Sunday. So it's like I can't come. Or Tuesdays and Thursdays I was working. Because I was working UPS and it was a night shift. So that was like from 5 to 10. So it was over. It was like I can't go. You know, it's impossible. So that was like a real breakaway point because now it's like, you know, you can't affect the money. So, you know, I stay away.
Yeah.
You know, I was away. Right. And then yeah. So I mean, but that was it for me. Like, you know, it's still to this day. I mean, I always get a couple of text messages, yo, you should definitely come by. You should definitely do this. Like, all right. Love you guys too. You know, and it's true. I do love them, but you know, and I miss a lot of people there. But it's not for me. It's not for me. No,
They ain't
I don't
gonna
want to be a
invite you now
hypocrite.
because of this podcast.
Huh?
They ain't inviting you now because of this podcast.
Yeah, it's definitely the followers. The followers are gonna go up. It's gonna be like a
like word. That's how you feel. All right.
yeah. You're gonna see like different views. Like episode 1 and 2 is like 200. Episode, what is this? 5, 6? It's gonna be like
6 or
7.
7. I don't know.
Yeah, 6 or 7. Oh, so this is 6 or 7.
I think it's number 7.
Okay. Well, I'm losing count. I just show up now. Yeah.
I just show up here.
And then, like, you know, like judging your friends, definitely was judging my friends like differently because it wasn't the fact that I could say, oh, you're not part of this clique. I can't talk to you. Now it's like, I'm not even a part of this clique. Now I can figure out what I want to do. Or I can say out late. Let me, you know, oh, you know, I don't do that. I don't do the drugs, but, you know, I can talk to you. And I can get to know my people, get to know who you really are. So I do, you know, those are things that you wouldn't be able to experience. It's just like, oh, you ain't a part of this clique. I can't talk to you. You know, to now knowing that, yo, you may not be a part of it. You may be doing your own thing, but you still cool peoples. We can vibe out on a lot of things. And that was it. And, you know, learning how to meet true friends, learning how to be in a true relationship because like Tiff said, you gotta hide this persona, and you're dealing with somebody, and you walking down the street with two people hanging out behind you, trying to make sure you ain't doing the wrong thing. Don't touch hands. Don't sit
like
across
the
each other.
Adjustment Bureau or something, like making sure you adhere to. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like go to the movies. Yeah, y'all gotta sit. One gotta sit in between y'all because y'all can't really be close together and stuff like that. That was crazy. But I know a lot. There were some fine women in truth.
Oh yeah, there were a lot of girls that I crushed on. Apparently, two of them liked me. I didn't even know it. But see, the thing is, I was too much of a pussy back then because and no one guides you. I had to deal with these girls and stuff. You're like, hey, so you're just up there looking at them, developing your own fantasies in your head of you, like, frolicking through the park and stuff, but you don't make a move. So it's just, I had a chance too, and in that Beauty and the Beast play, I had a real chance, man.
I remember that.
I'm just thinking back. I'm just thinking back to all my past regrets. Oh, the one that got away. But yeah, it was easy pickings there, man. If you went in there, I mean, I don't think I could be in there thinking the way I do now, but I'm just saying, I'm not up there in the watchtower. All I'm thinking about is just getting some, like looking like, God damn. I'm supposed to be paying attention to the lesson and everything. Like that one chick gets up to do, because some people stand. It was always funny when people stood up to do comments, right? I think we had this one ex-pastor, and he got straight up like he was back on the mic, and he just made a comment and everything. He stood straight up, because he was like sitting way in the back. He was like, as if he spoke with the voice of God, just like it just echoed through the whole hall. And I'm like, you got a microphone, you don't have to yell, But if you see a chick over in the left, she gets up and everything, and you're like, ooh. See, I didn't have the courage back then to like just walk up to the girl and say like, hey, what you doing after the meeting? I'm going on, sir. I'll go with you. We'll knock on doors. How many doors did you get?
Date night, walking the streets.
Yeah.
Doing the like, service.
What the hell are you going to talk about? Oh, I already highlighted the next lesson for the next meeting, so I'm well prepared. What the hell are you going to talk about? Let's say you do go. Like, do they honestly expect us to just shop around the Kingdom Mall? Let's say you do go out to dinner. What are you going to think? What are you going to talk about? How many doors you knocked on? Oh, you had a Bible study with this person. That's it. That's like a 20-minute conversation. Like, because you don't get to experience anything outside those walls. So what are you going to talk about? You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Hey, you made it this far? Well, you might as well subscribe. Come on, you want to.
Yeah, the danger of that is now when you decide, hey, I want to, venture out. I'm done with this religion. Now you meet certain people, and you just haven't been exposed to enough like people that are different in their views. So, like I said in a few other episodes, there's some wolves out there, and you don't even realize it. So sometimes you go out there and you kind of create this you're kind of naive in a way, because you assume that maybe everyone's going to be similar to the people that were like at the hall, and you venture out into the world and people are not like that. Mm-hmm. So you talk about drugs, you talk about, taking advantage of people, robbing people. And I feel like that like mindset and the mentality, I think even like to this day, now that we're older, it can still kind of have some sort of like residual effects on us. Because mindset is everything. So even when you're going into certain relationships now, unfortunately, I feel like the religion has kind of like affected us like adversely in a way when it comes to like relationships.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, it destroys your sense of self-worth because
Exactly.
it takes everything from you and makes you dependent, and it makes you feel like, well, you can't get on with life without us. So, and then it's perfectly designed because when you leave, they make it real. They make you jump through some hoops to come back. So let's say you do come back, you gotta sit in the front, right? Listen to the lesson, and as soon as the song's done, prayer's done, get out. We haven't welcomed you back fully yet.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I witnessed it. I used to see this guy who was this fellowship and stuff, and he was a cool dude, and he must have done something, but he started every meeting, just started straight out the door, and I just thought it was so weird. I'm like, is that what it's like? And that's not really for him per se. It's a message for anyone else thinking about leaving. It's a message to you to say, this is what happens to you if you think about doing something outside of what we teach you. All right? You'll be shamed. You'll be shunned. You'll do the walk of shame, the power walk of shame out the door, right? It should be like Game of Thrones. Next they're gonna have a lady with a bell. Shame. Okay.
I gotta get back into that show.
But yeah, it's just like it's a warning, and it's so perfectly designed to rob you of your self-worth. So by the time you get out in the world, you don't feel like you're worth shit. So let's say you do get into a relationship and everything. You're like trying to say like to this one person that you're a perspective, they're just saying like, well, hey, I could do this, I could do this. It's always like I'm doing for I could do. I want to show you my self-worth. I want to show you all this and that. Whereas like you should be you should be empowered. You should be self-empowered. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff nowadays that just teach you about self-empowerment and self-worth and self-confidence. And that's the type of knowledge that they don't want you to explore. You know, I had to go through all sorts of little videos and podcasts and self-tape and tapes and experiences and everything to learn about my own self-worth, that maybe I don't have to buy a billion gifts for this crush or whatever for about a year before I find out, you know what, maybe I should just work on myself. You know, it's like nobody teaches us this stuff. You know, they sure as hell won't. They'll teach you to remain dependent on them, especially during COVID, when you're all alone and stuff, and Jehovah's Witnesses are your only outlet. This is the only way to contact your friends, to contact your family, is through our teachings online. Now you're closed off from the rest of the world, and it's only you and this computer screen and them, and they're still pumping you full of this stuff. So they're saying like, oh, well, since we can't go door to door, you can send it through email. You can send it through snail mail, write them letters and stuff. Oh, we'd like to invite you to this, blah, 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 to this virtual event and stuff. Yeah, let me just log onto this computer and, you know, pass to the memorial and pass myself the glass, you know. Pass the wine glass over. Maybe I'll sneak a little sip. Oh, turn the video off when I do that. And, let's partake of the matzah crackers. A little dry. Okay.
Didn't Kyle say someone put peanut butter and jelly in the crackers?
He's such a liar. Oh my God. What a liar. Oh my God. He also said, and we're talking about Kyle now. He also said there was a animatronic doll that walked up the aisle.
What?
Really? You witnessed this? And I think it's I don't know, some sort of.
Nah, that was when he was talking about Kermit the Frog came back to life and whatever.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, I remember.
Let me tell you something. People listening, drug use. I don't care how good it makes you feel. I don't recommend it because the after effects. You know, drugs are a serious thing. We have a medical technician here who will vouch for that. Drugs are a serious thing. Do not take drugs because your mind plays tricks on you already. You don't want to enhance those tricks, you know, watching a Kermit the Frog. Ugh, walk up the aisle and I saw someone put peanut butter on the matzo crackers. Anyway.
I take a bite of the crackers all the time. Just be that one person.
Yeah, don't go there hungry. Don't go there hungry. Don't miss dinner before that because I did have that. Did get to have communion wafers at one thing, not at the hall, at the some other church. Yeah.
Is it Catholic? Catholic
Yeah,
does the way.
Catholic or I don't know. I forgot. I went on an Easter Sunday.
Catholic.
Yeah, and they popped those. The dude popped those things in our mouths. I'm like, what's this taste like? I'm like, I would take one of those Nilla wafers if you have those little circular little. Boop. It's like kind of dry. Oh man, Ron, what have you been up to these past few days?
Me?
Yeah,
I don't even remember, man. I don't look. I try not to. I work Sunday to Thursday. I try not to pay attention to anything under the sun.
You obviously have a busy schedule because nobody can contact you. You got, this going on, that going on. So, what's happening, man?
I mean, you can contact me. It's just like as soon as I wake up, like from I'll say like 11:30 till 10 o'clock at night, my phone is constantly ringing with questions of my bosses and people asking me 1,001 things. So it is hard for me to answer like for a long time it's on the phone, but I'll try my best to answer and text back and stuff like that. But for me this week, I've just been doing these New York started these business inspections. So if you don't have your COVID vaccine, and so you can't go into certain business. So like, they're trying to open up the lounges and clubs and stuff. So just been running around there trying to make sure that people are doing the right thing. Got to sit outside the business and, hey, did you check that guy? And the person's like, yeah. And then you got to be like, okay, where's your plan? And did you check this? Did you check that? So that's basically been my week. It's interesting. It's interesting.
I'm hoping there's some events you could like work like you used to.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe like, let's see what there's no football stadiums in the city, so
no,
probably ain't getting that.
I mean, I know they're trying to get New York Comic-Con back because they're like selling tickets to that. So I don't know. Maybe you'll be stationed at the Javits.
At the Javits.
Do you have to like apply for that or something, or do they just send you there?
No, we usually go. We usually go like every day over there just to see what's going down. But I don't know if they'll have us actually like inside of the Javits Center. That would be great.
Outside.
Nah, because most of my people, we're all like planning. We was like a lot of people I know is into anime now, so we're like picking out ideas for Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah, like we're gonna just dress up and go out there and do our thing. So
I'm thinking about doing that for the podcast. We just have a Halloween themed one. Okay. Just dress up and just.
I'm with it. I'm with it. Just let me know what the theme is. Let's get it.
You have no costumes.
Oh, no costumes.
You have you have no costumes. And neither does Matt.
I can make a costume.
What?
I can make a costume. I'm gonna make a costume.
We gonna put a robe on and say I'm comfortable, man. You would definitely do that. I'm comfortable.
Oh, this is a good idea, yo.
I have special build pain powers.
Oh man.
That was from
I might have to do that.
Prince. Oh man, I missed that show.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't have this week has been quiet. Just did a couple photos.
Well, what the hell? Yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
Photo shoot?
Like this one guy, we were in a barbershop and he was looking, looks up to date, he shaved everything. I'm like, why is this dude in the barbershop? Like everybody else is looking like homeless, and he looks like he don't even look like he needs a haircut. Like he's waiting for the haircut. I was like, yo, can I get some pictures of you? He's like, yeah, come on, let's do it. So I got him in, asked the barbershop. I was like, yo, can I use that chair over there? And we did a little couple pictures. But then when I kind of find out, I was like, yeah, I'll send it to you pictures on IG. He's like, all right, cool. And I'm like, I look up his thing. The dude has like 60,000 followers.
Damn.
Like already. I'm like, wow. So it was like perfect coincidence that, it was perfect coincidence. He liked the pictures. He put it up on his page, which is kind of cool. So you never know who you're going to meet out here.
Bro, nothing's ever a coincidence. You got to put yourself out there, that's what I just found out, man. It's just the hustle game. Like if you hustle long enough and put yourself out there and talk up to enough people, I mean, you never know who you run into, so that's what it's all about. Ooh, excuse me. If you got, I know you listen to the podcast. You got any questions for us that you been wanting to know about?
What? Like what?
Oh, but anything, like anything you want us to elaborate on. Like I've been listening to your podcast. Like I disagree with this or that. Anything that you
I think it was I watched the anime one. My daughter loves anime, so I was kind of trying
to.
Do
you like anime?
Do I like anime?
Yeah, you.
I don't have any feelings on it. I've never been. I'm supporting.
No, I'm just kidding. You ain't no nerd. Oh.
That's all right. We support you.
Nerd growing up. I'm sorry.
I got you.
So on witness days.
You got any shows? Any shows that you like to watch when you're relaxing?
I do. I like you.
Oh yeah. Their third season's coming out.
You?
Yes.
What's that?
What's you?
And they got a baby.
Huh? What is
Never
that?
seen you?
No. What?
I
gotta
get into that.
Dude, you got Netflix, right, Ron?
I do.
All right. Your next Netflix run through should consist of the show YOU. I think it's still up there. It should be still up there. They have 2 seasons, so you have 2 seasons to catch up on. The third season comes out next month, I think, or November.
Let me see this thing.
No, I think isn't it October? I thought it was October.
Yeah, October is next month. So, Ron, you better get on it. You got 2 weeks.
This better be good.
What do you mean it better be good? Everyone I talked to, I mean, Kyle's seen a few episodes. He slept through a few, but I convinced him he likes it too.
I don't know.
I'm looking at it. It's this. Is it this?
Yes.
That's it.
I haven't even heard of it. Never even came up on my timelines. I'm on my.
Add it to your list.
To start your search with something good.
Okay. All right. What's the next show? What we got?
I do Hulu, so I like the Wu-Tang series.
Hey. I know Ron will get into that.
I have to start the second season. I finished the first already.
I mean, Ron, you're in the mecca of music and hip hop. Like, you don't know anybody that can synthesize us. I mean, I love our theme song, but you don't know anybody that can run something up. They rustle up us a theme song that matches our energy, and they'll do it for free, for a song or
for free,
or for a shout out.
Like a plug. Definitely need a plug. We'll see how the world. Let's see what next.
You don't know
episode,
anyone that's musically inclined. You are in the epicenter.
What do you want me to do? Walk up to everybody? Hey, you know music? Hey, you know music? Hey,
bro, you are all about hip hop. Look at your outfit. You are all hip hopped out.
This is NBA Jam.
Like you walk like you're listening to hip hop.
That's true. That is true. I will definitely say that part. I look for someone.
I'm not saying go out in the
find.
streets with a megaphone and say, "Hey, everybody know it," but like, I don't know if it comes up, be like, "Yo, I got a podcast." You know anybody that knows?
Okay.
Put it on
I'm
you
gonna look
because
up.
you're in the nucleus, the birthplace
You know,
of legends.
just because the thing about New York, people don't talk to each other.
I
This
know
is
people
just
don't
most of the
talk. I
time.
know people don't talk, but I mean, if you're
They
in
look-
that
you-
situation,
Like they look at you like you're crazy when you say anything. If you say hello to a person, still in New York, and these are like the New Yorkers, they still look at you like you're crazy because they're not even from here, so they don't even know how to take it.
I'm trying to tell people down here like that we don't say good morning like that. Like it's like I know it's a South thing, but damn, like they get like aggressive. Like if you don't hear them or if you don't answer right away, like I said good morning. I'm like,
that's right.
Or if you're just
That's right.
if you're just like walking and you're like, to yourself, they classify you. Oh, you must be mean. You must be nasty. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm lost in thought. My gears are turning. I'm not just thinking about the next social convention I'm gonna do, saying good morning or good afternoon and all that stuff. I mean, chill.
Anyways. Well, that's another topic. We definitely gotta get into like
What? The South?
Anywhere where you get
I should bring somebody from here on the cast. I should bring somebody here.
Yeah, get your neighbor.
Get my neighbor.
Anybody yelling hello?
No, they're too busy. They're too busy doing the little horizontal dance and making noises through the walls. For me to. I don't know what their schedule is, so I knock on the door. They're like, "Oh, sorry, this is oh, you have to get ready for work." All right, Tiff. Thank you for being on the podcast. You're a great sport. One more time, give it up for Tiff. First guest.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
it was
definitely.
fun.
Definitely like to have you back. Let us know when you're free. Good luck.
Well, I'll be quitting at least 2 of my jobs. So I said I should be quitting 2 of my jobs, so my weekend should be opening up.
All right, cool. Nice.
Teach us how to do this. Thanks for coming.
Hope you had fun.
I did.
All right. So
I got
peace. So I think we'll end it on a good note. Unless somebody else got something to say. Ron, you've had a lot to say in the beginning. Do you have a lot to say in the end? Huh?
Nah. I was just like, yo, we gotta get this introduction going. Other than that, I am okay.
We'll get it together. So anyway, I'll let y'all start where we can reach you, where we can reach you, Ron. Where can they find you?
Oh, TSR Photos, TSR.photos on Instagram. Yep. Gonna see some same thing. I'm gonna plug the podcast on there, the YouTube, photos, reviews of everything, all on my page. Come check it out. Subscribe to the podcast, please.
Yes, absolutely. My peoples in Germany, Kenya, I know y'all watching. I see the analytics. Subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Like 5 stars. I know we can't reach Feedback Frobes in anywhere on social media.
Yeah, you guys can reach me here at the podcast, Straight Up Itch Podcast, on Google, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Again, thank you for our guest Tiffany. Great guest. We're gonna have some more guests on the podcast here. Featured guests coming up talking about purpose, different things. Mm-hmm. I think you're talking about getting a guest for anime. Cosplay, stuff like that, and we got some good things coming up.
Okay. Then you can reach me, your boy G-Net. My cosplay page is, here we go, Genetics Cosplay GNETIXKOUKO. Why do I always say KOU? Why do I always say that? I need
You're
to
gonna
write
have
it
to
down.
shorten. You're gonna have to shorten it. You're gonna have to make sure it's shortened now.
But see, the thing is, as soon as you put it in, it pops up. There's no one else with this name. No one else. I'm the only one on earth with this name. Genetics Cosplay. The links will be below, but for the people who are listening audibly, GNETIXKOSUPURE on Instagram. Also, check me out on garnet.galloway. That is my acting page. Big things happening. You can see my stories, my highlights, and everything. I have a few pictures from the premiere event. Big things happening, but I can't disclose a lot of it. But thanks for watching. And of course, you can always see our goings on with the Straight Up Ish podcast on our IG, even though we still just got 2 pictures up there. But coming out with more. Check us out on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, then subscribe. Link the notification bell. We're on every platform, as Ron said, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all those other different podcasts I don't know about, but I know we're on it. Subscribe, 5 stars. Give us a rating, please. Tell your friends, family. Tell your uncle, your mama, your doggy. Subscribe. Make multiple emails. Make multiple emails and subscribe. And thanks for watching and listening. And as always, we'll see you in the next episode. All right? Peace.
This has been the Straight Up Ish podcast. We're on Google, Apple, and Spotify, and everywhere you listen to your podcasts. New episodes every week, so don't forget to subscribe.